And we are live. How y'all doing today? Welcome to Cash Sports Podcast. How y'all doing today, people? I am gracious, humble, and excited to be here with you guys today, man. It is a wonderful and a beautiful Sunday out here in sunny LA. I hope you guys are enjoying the weather as much as I am, right? But I'm inside, right? Talking to you guys here on Cash Sports, ready to talk about the latest news, the latest trending topics, and whatever's going on, right? So today, I want to talk basketball once again because there has been some headlines in regards to NBA superstars, names being linked to other stars, and then there's been some things that's been circulating. A lot of opinionated things going around from professional athletes. Now, I'm not here to tell people, hey, you're wrong for this, you're wrong for that. That's not my place. I'm not a professional. But as a fan, we can still analyze, we can still assess, and critique what these players are saying and give our perspective, right? So, one thing before I even get into it, please like and subscribe to Cash Sports Podcast, right? So I would graciously appreciate, right, if you guys like and support the podcast, hit that notification button so whenever I hit that live stream, y'all can stay tuned, right? And then once again, another thing, let me drop that on the bottom too, right? Y'all see that Cash App at the bottom? If you guys would so graciously donate, if you would, it is optional. But at the end of the day, that's not my driving point. The driving point here is to debate these topics. Y'all feel me? All right, man. So let's get into it. We have my guy in here, Rose Gold. Y'all already know what it is, man. So y'all already know we gonna talk basketball strictly when we got Rose Gold up in here, man. So welcome. What's up? How you doing, Cuzzo?
Yes, indeed, man. Let's go. Let's talk basketball.
Yes, sir. All right. So first thing I want to talk about today, right? I know I already established that we talk basketball, but recently Gilbert Arenas, right, said some things in regards to Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? And shout out to Void, always giving that thumbs up. Always gotta let him know, whenever you get that shout out. Good looking out on that, right? So Gilbert Arenas came out and he had some things to say in regards to Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I don't want to just say it. Let me just bring it up so we can kind of assess right there, and then we can go on from there, right?
Yep.
Right, so boom. Scroll this up. So I got to give credit to where credit is due. This is coming from Clutch Points, right? Got to give credit. The article is by Gerald Similano. I hope I said that correctly. And then y'all peep that title. He doesn't understand basketball yet. Buck stars Giannis Antetokounmpo, the victim of bonkers hate from Gilbert Arenas. We scroll down just a little bit. Let me tap into this first paragraph. Giannis Antetokounmpo has cemented his spot on the top of the NBA. The Milwaukee Bucks is easily one of the most dominant players. The Milwaukee Bucks star is easily one of the most dominant players in the league today. His accolades speak for himself: 2 regular season MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, an NBA championship, and an NBA Finals MVP. He is certainly headed to the Hall of Fame, and yet there are still those that disrespect the Bucks star continuously. Case in point, Gilbert Arenas' asinine comments about Giannis Antetokounmpo while discussing the best players in the league. The former Wizards point guard claimed that Giannis doesn't understand basketball yet, while downplaying his championship run. Right? Gilbert Arenas also claims that Giannis Antetokounmpo doesn't understand how to be better in the game. Those are absolutely wild things to say, especially about a guy who has won the most improved player. Right? So, man, Gilbert Arenas definitely had a lot to say, right? So before I tap in, cuz I want to hear your thoughts on this, right? I want to hear what you got to say in regards to what Gilbert Arenas said. So I know you probably read the title, or you're probably aware of the title, and if you're not, the title of this video is "Do NBA Stars Get Disrespected in Their Prime?" So Cuzzo, hit me with it, man. What do you think? I can't hear you. You hear me? I can't hear you. You know what?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, so fuck that. We're gonna do
Yo,
it.
headphones don't work. Headphones don't work.
I don't know. It's not connected to the MacBook. I don't know. But the disrespect, man. Like that. I honestly, personally, like lost tons of respect for Gilbert Arenas for that. Like, tons of respect for Gilbert Arenas. That was disrespectful. First of all, the man is not just a champion; he's the Finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved Player of the Year. Like, where do you go off saying something like that? And then, like, my whole thing is with Gilbert Arenas, he has his own career. He was saying, why did he get paid $100 million? He was a $100 million player. Like, he got hurt. I don't know, man. That was so disrespectful. Like, because Giannis is a better player than him. So how could you even question somebody that's just way better than you? Like, that's just, I don't know. Like, Giannis has improved in my eyes and everybody's eyes. It was just asinine. That was just, I feel like that was just a attention grab, clout chasing move, just trying to spark something, trying to spark a conversation. Because that was asinine. Like, let's just be plain and simple. Like, yeah, that was foolish. Come on. All
right, so let's understand before we dive into what Gilbert Arenas said. Some people might not even have watched Gilbert Arenas play basketball, right? So at least we gotta acknowledge what type of player he was and the things that he did in the league before we can tap into the things that he said, right? So Gilbert Arenas, right, was a basketball player who was drafted by the Golden State Warriors. After that, he signed a deal with the Washington Wizards, and so he is known for his time with the Wizards. And so through that time, besides injuries, Gilbert Arenas was the best player on the Wizards at that time. And while he was on the Wizards, he was a high scoring player. He was known for scoring 20 points per game, like 29, 28, 25 points per game before he started getting injured. And you already know, man, it's the Washington Wizards. So they're not getting he's not getting no MVPs, no finals MVPs, no championships. So that's out the window, right? We have already acknowledged Gilbert Arenas as the player. Now get back to the comments. In relation to what you said, right, Rose Gold, is that I agree with you. I think Gilbert Arenas' comments is somewhat out of hand. And this is the reason why I've named this video, this title, to begin with, right? Because there's in the social media age of the NBA, right? And we have to consider this age the social media age for the NBA, and I don't think that really gets acknowledged, or maybe people are not looking at it that way, right? But given today, right, a lot NBA players are being criticized and critiqued, unlike before, more than ever, right? So a lot of these players, like Gilbert Arenas, right, the fact that players were even able to critique, go on a podcast, have these conversations, talk about whether a player is good enough or not to be good enough. This was not happening back in the day. This was not happening 10, 12, 15 years ago, right? Or when Gilbert Arenas was playing. So in today's age, right? So everybody has an opinion. I mean, hey, we're sitting here and we have an opinion on, on some of these players. But we're not sitting here and saying, things like, Giannis, hasn't figured out basketball yet and things of that nature. But to Gilbert Arenas, to his fairness, right? He is a professional star, and he does, to an extent, knows what he's talking about when it comes to his basketball knowledge. But people need to understand also, just because you're a basketball player, man, you can be wrong. People need to understand that. Just because you're
Kendrick Perkins is a basketball player, he's the wrong player.
What? I wouldn't even go with Kendrick Perkins. I'll go with Paul Pierce over Eddie.
Yeah. That's another and Charles Barkley.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'll go with Paul Pierce over anything. Paul Pierce is wrong on everything basketball. And for what I've seen when he talks from an analytical perspective. So let's jump to Giannis, right? So I'm gonna break down everything that Gilbert Arenas said about Giannis. as it pertains to he doesn't know how to play basketball. He doesn't understand basketball yet. Now, I wish I was having a conversation with this dude to really understand. Okay, what do you mean by that, bro? Like, you're gonna have to dig a little bit.
What context were you trying to put that in?
Exactly. And I would probably even have to watch the video to even understand that a little bit more, because you already know, with conversations like this, there's always a lot of context. But I think in a way, the part in what he's talking about, right? I guess I wouldn't implement that now, but back when Giannis was trying to win an MVP, or not even trying to win an MVP, trying to win the championship, right? There were right, a lot of obstacles that Giannis had to come to, right? The year that they won the championship, a lot of players got hurt that year, right? Clippers got hurt, Warriors got hurt, Lakers got hurt, right? A lot of teams got hurt in order for the Bucks to be able to even go on a championship run. So at least let's acknowledge that end. But I'm not trying to take nothing away from the Milwaukee Bucks championship, because that is earned on.
That's part of the game, man.
Yeah, it is part of the game.
You don't count out the Raptors chip. So.
Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So, right, at least on that basis. Now, the part where I think it becomes more critical is that I think people are still trying to hold on. Hold on, I'm gonna tap into the comment section real quick, Void, but I want to stick to this real quick. I think with an assessment like this, right, I think people are still looking back to before Giannis even won the championship, right? Because a lot of the situations where Giannis had won or had lost against, for example, the Raptors or what was it, or the Heat, because I know he lost to the Heat, right, 2 times, and it was a very
he just lost to the Nets, or was it the Nets? Or
he almost lost to the Nets. He almost lost to the Nets in the second round. Remember with KD when he almost dropped that?
Season, though? How about this past season?
This past season, he lost to the Boston Celtics. Remember, Chris Middleton was hurt. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'll give you can give some leeway, in that aspect, considering how the Celtics were still able to go to the finals. So, they were going against a team that was pretty much, on their playing the best basketball of the season, right? And so with that assessment and what Gilbert Arenas said, it seems like it's almost like he doesn't even count the championship to begin with. It's like it wasn't even like he even thought about it.
But it's like, if you're not counting the championship, what are you counting, his game? Because I see Giannis elevated his game in every way. Like ever since he came into the league, like he's been doing nothing but elevating his game. So in what way didn't he elevate his game or get better? Like I just don't see it. Like it just doesn't make any sense to me, no whatsoever.
Because you know what? I'm gonna point this out, and this is how I want to get. I want this conversation to go, because we trying to get organic on here on CashSports, man. So think about it is, I think people are putting way too much value into shooting today, right? They're putting way too much value into shooting the three, and people forget, man. Like let's just say before Steph Curry, big men weren't shooting threes like that. They weren't knocking them down like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at centers, if you look at dominant centers like Shaq, David Robinson, Kareem, Wilt, even to an extent, like people in the modern day era, right? People weren't shooting threes like that. But centers were getting high efficient shots, right? High percentage shots. And they were making most of these shots because of the position that they played, and for them to be able to dominate the game that they played today. But in today's game, because the three is so valued today, right, which pushes an urgency for certain players to be able to shoot the three. Nowadays, right, you can have a role player, and it's totally fine if a role player doesn't shoot threes. But let alone watch a superstar not be able to knock down Trace, right? Via Ben Simmons, right? Ben Simmons is a player who's looked at as a potential all-star, and even if it were any other time in basketball, like let's just say if it was like the 2000s or late 90s, Ben Simmons would be completely fine for Ben Simmons to not shoot a three. Nobody would be looking at Ben Simmons in that way just for him to be like, yo, what's going on? Why are you not shooting threes in the game? You know what I'm saying? Instead of practice. Nobody would look at him that way. But it's only because Westbrook, boys brought up Westbrook, but Westbrook shoots him, bro. He shoots him, bro. He's not thinking about if he's missing him or making him, bro. He's thinking about shooting it, and I think that's where it stops. So for Giannis, right? So, or for superstars in general, we look at players. Let's even start with LeBron James, right? LeBron James, Skip Bayless. Whenever he talks about LeBron James, biggest thing he brings up is his shooting ability, right? Now he would acknowledge that LeBron is one of, and if not the best closer or the best finisher at the rim. So he'll say that, but then he'll critique him because he's not a shooter. Even though LeBron religiously has been a 34-35% three-point shooter in his career, which is middle of the pack or just about average. Yeah. So with Giannis, right, it's like, one, I think when he says that assessment, he's talking about it from a level where he can't shoot. Yeah. Right. And then now when he's talking about learning the game, that's where it starts to become a lot more confusing for me, because Giannis, right, his footwork is exceptional. His inside game is out of this world. His
defense is out of this world.
You get what I'm saying? So if you compare it to
he's a better player than Gilbert.
He's on the same level as Kevin Durant. If I'm being honest, let's be honest here.
All around game, score wise, Durant got it. But everything else, Giannis has. Literally everything else. Durant only has scoring, like shooting, scoring, but finishing. That's part of scoring, and I'll give that to Giannis. So I feel like Giannis is the better player. In my opinion, like Giannis is the better player.
You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm not gonna say all that. Like he said, he's better because I know how you feel about Kevin Durant.
He's younger. He's younger. He did more. He did more at his age than Durant did.
You know what? And
right?
Yes, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Finals MVP. He's only 25.
Durant, no, you're right. Actually,
Durant did everything at like 27, 28. So
honestly, I want to bring something up just because you said that. Giannis in 7 years into his career, he's already accomplished the same thing Michael Jordan has in his first 7 years.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So we talk about
Jordan. And he's elevated every single year.
Exactly.
Every single year he's elevated.
Exactly. So we talk about
this is not a lottery pick we're talking about.
We're not. We talk about second round pick. Second round pick here. Right, so we talking about a guy who through his 7 years had a career very identical to Michael Jordan. Now we talk about Michael Jordan all the time.
Michael Jordan was still a lottery pick, bro.
And for me, right, I don't have nothing against Michael.
So the expectations were higher for Michael Jordan, regardless. Expectations weren't high for Giannis coming into the league. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then think about this too, where Giannis became most improved player. Right, I would say he was most improved. What, maybe 3-4 years into his career, 3-4 years into his career. So you take that away, because remember, Jordan was averaging 28 points per game in his rookie year, right? So Jordan was on another level by the time he had already entered the league. Giannis worked towards putting himself in that position, right? So we talk about Jordan. We talk about Jordan so much, but in this time, in this era, why do we continue to disrespect somebody like Giannis who accomplishes the same exact thing?
Because, bro, it's the same thing with LeBron. It's the Jordan effect. It's the Jordan fans. The Jordan fans, like the media, right? I would say the majority of the media is probably average 30s, maybe, right? So they're all Jordan fans for the most part. Most of them seen Jordan play. Most of them, came up during the media era around the Jordan, era. So we're still in that window of where Jordan is still main topic. So what the people are doing, the media is portraying certain narratives so that way Jordan can still be considered the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not seeing certain narratives. Like, you don't see that Giannis is doing the same thing Jordan. You don't see that often. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that. They don't talk about that. They'll mention it when it happens, but then they'll put it in the background until he wins the ring, or you know what I mean? Like, they don't bring it up until it's not too late, but until it's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? So what they're trying to do is, the media, I'm speaking of, they're trying to keep Michael Jordan's GOAT status. They're trying to keep that window. They're trying to keep that gap as far as possible. You know what I'm trying to say? They're trying to separate Michael Jordan from everybody else, and they're trying to keep it that way. But the way the era in the league is set up now, these players are going bananas. Records are going to be shattered. You know what I'm trying to say? So they're trying to keep things quiet, man. In respect to Jordan, and don't get me wrong, Jordan is a phenom. Came into the league with a bunch of expectations, but Giannis didn't. So he already exceeded his expectations coming to the league. But now he's in a whole other category now. Now they want Giannis. Now Giannis is all-time category. So now they're expecting more out of Giannis now. So for a player like Gilbert Arenas, nobody expected any type of all-time greatness from Gilbert Arenas. He might not even be a Hall of Famer. He may. But there's a chance that he's not for valid. So he did some great things, but he has no type of ammo to ever think about doing something like that, or saying something like that about Giannis. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. Their careers are not. No.
Okay. So you know what? Let me bring this up real quick, because I want to share this real quick with the stream and with you. So let me bring this up real quick. Boom, right? So check this out. And let's be fair, because we do have to acknowledge Kevin Durant was injured for a good portion.
That's about longevity is a big deal.
So
that matters.
You know, Kevin Durant was injured in this season, right? So, but I mean, just looking at the totals and the percentages, because the percentages, you know, they do matter. The percentages is really what's going to take the cake, right? So if we looking at everything here, he's played more minutes, he's made more field goals, he's attempted more field goals, he has a better
more free throws as well,
right? He has a better field goal percentage, right? And we understand the differences between Giannis Antetokounmpo and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is a more perimeter player as opposed to Giannis Antetokounmpo being more interior, right? So I'm not going to kind of hold that to him in terms of the field goal percentages, right? And then you just look at rebounds, offensive rebounds. Look at 134 offensive rebounds compared to Kevin Durant's 29 offensive rebounds. He has over 300 more rebounds. He has more assists. He has less turnovers. He has more steals, more blocks, more points, right? Now, the points...
No, he has more turnovers.
Oh, he has... Oh, yeah, my fault. Yes, he has... So, Kevin Durant has less turnovers.
But, because look at the assists, though. I mean...
Yeah.
It's almost the same, if you really think about it, because he has around 37 more assists, and he only has... Well, he's about like 70. Yeah, he has about 70 more. Actually, no, I'm tweaking. No, not 70. Only 30. Around the same thing. Around 30. So it's like, it's almost the same, like the turnover to assist ratio. So.
And then so you see the blocks and then the points, right? So like I said, with Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant could have led this year in points if he had played. But, you know, just because Kevin Durant would have led in points, Giannis Antetokounmpo still had 2,000 points this year. You get what I'm saying? He still had 2,000 points, which is nothing to really gloss at. So in my analysis, for me to speak from this point of view, where I say Giannis Antetokounmpo is on the same level as Kevin Durant, I say why not? Why isn't he on the same level as Kevin Durant? He's not. The skill. If we're not and the thing about it is we're not comparing skill here. I want people to understand this is not a comparison in skill. If you're talking skill, then yeah, you can bring up Kobe Bryant, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Michael Jordan. That's when you bring up skill position. That's when you bring up skill. But we talking about here from the effects of the game, you know, how do they affect the game, where and how they contribute to the game, right? And it seems here that Giannis Antetokounmpo has a bigger effect on the game than Kevin Durant.
And Giannis did it by himself. No matter how you cut it, like Kevin Durant still had to join the super team to win a ring. Like Giannis literally didn't do that. So that alone, in my opinion, like if you really think about it, he only has one less ring than Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So he gets one more ring, or like now you can compare the two. Like you can honestly compare the two, and you can make an argument that Giannis had a better career than or will have a better career. It's definitely so far already, so far. But by the end of it, if he wins around one more, he might just in total have a better career than Durant. Even though Durant's career is still going, so you never know. Brooklyn may have to turn around. You know.
No, they could. They definitely could. And you know what? We're going to tap into that a little bit later because I want to get into some championship odds. But so with this whole thing with just Giannis, bro, and I had a video like way back when I was talking about Giannis and just the disrespect when it pertains to him being the best player. Because for me, like I get it, you know, we got LeBron, we got Curry, we got Luka, we got Jokic, right? And you know what? I'll even want to bring Jokic into this just a little bit later. But with Giannis, right, it's just kind of like when I'm pertaining to the disrespect as it pertains to Giannis, right? I think he's the best player in the NBA right now. I think he's still the number one, despite, you know, like, yeah, we got wait, why are you giving me that face? Why are you giving me that face?
Bro. LeBron's still in the league.
No. I mean, hey, I'm not taking nothing from LeBron. Honestly, I think LeBron is like
LeBron's won a chip in the past 3 years, bro. He's been in the MVP conversation for the past 3 years. He's still up there. So like until LeBron, like you have to take that. You can't just the best player in the league. That's what people throw certain titles and things around too soon. You get what I'm saying? Like Giannis could fall off a cliff after next season. Yeah. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be the best player this? No. It's longevity. I'm telling you, he's in a conversation. Yeah. He's one of the most valuable players. He might be the most valuable player. But the best player? Come on, nah.
I mean, but
my with the best player is not just stats. It's dominance, it's longevity, it's leadership, it's relevance, and it's jersey fit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's just me. And LeBron pretty much has like 4 or 3, at least 3 of those categories down pat. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying valuable. MVP is different. But as far as best player in the league, let me just give you my 5 best players in the league right now in order, and then you give me 2, right? Okay. So I have LeBron James, Stephanie Curry, right? Giannis, Durant, Joker. My 5 best players. Then the
Luka.
honorable mention, of course, is Luka Doncic is just sitting right there. You know what I mean? But he didn't prove anything. Okay. In that order.
I got you. Okay. So let me give you my top then. My top. And I agree. I agree with you.
Mention in there. Throw like a number 6. Like
I got you. All right, but you know what? I want to point this out because you know what? I'll say it afterward. Let me just give you my 5 right now. And I'm gonna explain why I do it like this. So at the top is Giannis Antetokounmpo going into this season. This is how I'm looking at it. Going into this season. I'm not comparing. Because if we do career, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm gonna do Giannis number 1, right? Number 2, right, is LeBron James. I'll still put LeBron James at number 2, right? Number 3 is Kevin Durant. Number 4, actually, nah. Let me scratch that. Number 3 is Steph Curry.
Yeah. I have to scratch one too. It's not Luka. It's Embiid. Embiid.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. Sorry. All right. So 3 is Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry over Kevin Durant, and then Kevin Durant, and then 5 is honestly, nah, man. For me, I'm gonna say Luka. And then at 5, I'm gonna have Jokic.
Okay, so if I'm getting this right, you said Giannis, LeBron, Steph, Kevin Durant, and then you said Luka, and then Joker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll explain that. I mean, and I can understand people look at me and probably be like, nah, Jokic is definitely top 5. I understand it. It's subjective. You know what I'm saying? It is subjective.
Top 5. You can't have Luka over Joker, bro.
You can't. I can't have Luka over Joker.
I don't know. Joker won 2 MVPs already, bro.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He proved more. Like, your best player in the league is what you proved and showed in the league so far. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
I got you.
So far, in my opinion, LeBron proved and showed the most out of everybody else that's in this list. Like, he had the better career. He's still playing at a high level. Let's not get it twisted. Everybody got hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're not talking about health. He's still playing at a high level.
Yeah.
Still had more to prove. Still relevant. Still number 1 in jersey sales. Still in the MVP conversation. The only thing he didn't do is make it to the playoffs. So as far as like competing and like, because that's a part of the tool. Like you have to be competitive. You have to be in competitive race. So that's one that he's not in, but everything else he's in. And then to me, Giannis.
Wait, what is he not in?
Competing, because he's not. They were in the playoffs last season. Going into this season, they weren't in the playoffs last season, so he wasn't in the like he wasn't one of the team. Like he didn't take his team to that level. You know what I'm saying? Like beyond the regular season to the playoffs. So that's a big deduction. But in my opinion, it's not enough to take him off that number 1 spot.
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's a lot that goes into why they didn't compete. Health, AD's health, Russ, chemistry issues, COVID. It's a bunch of reasons. So, and I don't like to use excuses, but I feel like that's just not enough to knock him out the first spot. And Giannis is competing. He's in all those categories: MVPs, great career, relevant, dominance, stats. And that's that. Steph is doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just won a chip. So it's like, you know, it's and then you got Durant, which I'd say right now, I'm kind of in the fence between picking Joker over Durant as well. Like
Joker over Durant?
I would probably like best player in the league right now. I would probably say Joker's number 4 over Durant at number 5. Probably. Right now I got Durant at 4 and Joker at 5. But I like it's like a coin toss between being the other way around. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so here's where we agree, and here's
Durant did a lot more career-wise. That's the only reason why.
So here's where we agree, and then here's where we disagree, right? So I agree to have Jokic, the Joker, in the top 5. I'll give you that. Luka he has to wait his turn in order for him to he has to take that away. Him being in the conference conference
not
finals,
Joker out. Joker's the person to knock out.
Him being in the conference finals for the first time. People need to remember that was the first time he was in the conference finals. Joker does have a conference finals appearance when he faced against the Los Angeles Lakers back in 2020, and he has 2 additional MVPs. Yeah, so I do got to give him that. So I got to give Joker the credit is due. He has to be over Jokic. But the way I look at it, right, and if we're talking about career by career basis, I would clearly take LeBron James over anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. LeBron James' career can't be compared to anybody in basketball at this moment, right?
But his jersey sales can't be either.
He's only compared to
sales as well, though, bro. So if you count jersey sales, you can't. LeBron is a landslide, right or wrong?
Nah, of course.
All right, now stat wise, LeBron he averaged 37 and 7, I believe, or 7 and 6, or some shit like that. Stat wise, are you not taking that over Steph Curry stats or Kevin Durant stats? Like, can you compare Giannis and LeBron stats right now?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Yes, I feel that. Yes.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Huh?
Let's go ahead and do it.
All right, okay. Okay then.
Remember, like you said, LeBron was hurt, but let's look at percentages.
Okay. All right.
And mind you, y'all, LeBron's on his 19th season. And not only that, he's also playing with AD and Russ.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So was you looking at it before?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So we're gonna tap in right now. Oh, you see it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, you see it. Okay. All
I
right.
see it now. Yeah. But I'm just now looking at it. Like I'm just now.
All right, so you see it right there, right? So
Yep.
I'm not gonna take away minutes, right? And he was injured, so we do gotta point that out, right? So field goals made.
So Giannis played 200 more minutes. You gotta look at that.
Mm-hmm. So he played 200 more minutes. Field goals made, field goal attempts, right? He has field goal.
Not that many difference in points. He played 200 more minutes, and they're similar in points. And Giannis is much younger than LeBron.
Better.
Look, they talk about LeBron on his percentage. 52.
No. I'm all right. LeBron is 52. I mean,
come on, that's great.
I'm not trying to take away nothing from LeBron.
No, not you, Pat. No, it's not you at all. It's the hate that I hear on an everyday basis. Like, you know what I'm saying? The hate is in my head.
I hear you. So, all right. So LeBron is 52% from the field. Giannis is 55, right? Not too far off. 3-point percentages. I mean, LeBron is gonna have that all day, right?
No, but that. Hold on. Let's not just speed past everything, bro. He's shot twice as much. He makes twice as much threes as Giannis did, and they say LeBron is not a shooter. But Giannis is the best player in the world right now. But LeBron shot twice as much threes. And they basically put LeBron and Giannis in the same category when it comes to shooting. Go ahead.
All right. So free throw percentages is about the same ballpark in my opinion. At least when it comes to averages, Giannis is gonna get boards. He has more assists this year.
Nah. Hold on. Why are you see Pat? No. Come on. Bro, go back.
Interject. All right.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm interjecting. First of all, you're not looking. Giannis played 200 more minutes than LeBron. LeBron only attempted 336 free throws. This man takes it to the paint all the time. How is he only shooting 336 free throws? They don't call it for LeBron. It's showing you right there. It's showing you right there. He's shooting a better average than Giannis from the free throw line, but he basically has nowhere near the attempts, bro. They don't call LeBron, and then LeBron's been saying that. They don't call LeBron's fouls.
Oh yeah. Now I'm looking. Yeah, that is.
He's getting whacked in the paint.
That's like over 3. Yeah, that's like over 3.
LeBron, yes, he shoots a lot, but he takes it to the paint.
But you know what?
There's a reason why he's shooting all these perimeter shots. They're not calling these calls when he takes it to the paint, bro. That's ridiculous, bro.
But you know what though? I'll give you this. I'll give you that. I'm not arguing against that because we know LeBron don't get a lot of calls, and for 300 more.
Clearly,
you could probably add maybe like 100 on
100 at least
100
300,
right? But another thing that you got to still factor in is that probably Giannis isn't known for being a great free throw shooter. So a lot of those free throws,
but he's getting the calls though, bro, and he's.
But some of those might be purposely.
He's shooting 72%, so it's not that bad, bro. That's average. You know what I'm saying? That's almost league average. That's decent. And he's getting better. But he's actually getting the attempts. He's actually getting the chance to shoot the free throws to improve. LeBron's not getting the chance to shoot the free throws to improve not only his numbers but his free throw percentage, bro. Yeah. He's not getting the chance to. That's fucked up.
No, I got you.
Now we can move on.
So, all right. So, Giannis has more turnovers than LeBron James. LeBron James has one more steal than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has more blocks, and
they say LeBron doesn't play defense.
They say LeBron. and LeBron and Giannis has more points. But to be fair, like we said, LeBron James did miss some games, and he averaged 30 points right in this season. So right after we just looked at it, and I really want you to understand where I'm coming at with this, because I'm not sitting here and trying to say Giannis is better than LeBron James. That's not what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like look at it from a year by year basis. I know what LeBron can do. I know the type of player he is, right? And we speak on longevity. LeBron has longevity probably more or better than any other player in NBA history, right? But
him and Kareem Abdul.
Him and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right?
Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
But just
definitely pretty consistent.
But just
I feel like Karl Malone and John Stockton.
Okay, yeah. And then, but so the thing that I want to point out, right, with Giannis, right, is that with Giannis, one, if we look at the numbers now, it like I said, I'm not saying Giannis is overwhelmingly better than LeBron James. I'm not even saying Giannis is a better player than either Kevin Durant, LeBron James, even to an extent, you can maybe even say Joker, because the game is just so different. But the way I look at Giannis and the way I assess, his game and the way he applies himself, I think he's taken the crown away from LeBron James in terms of his, how effective he is. You know what I'm saying? Just look at this. Like, if we were to factor in statistical averages, Giannis averages probably just as many points as LeBron James, right? We're not looking at totals. We're just thinking about averages here. So he averages just as many points, right, as LeBron James this year. Just about, like, it was like 29. We already know that he's putting up boards, right? He's getting double-digit rebounds. And then on assists, I'll give LeBron. LeBron is already one of, if not one of, he's one of the greatest.
But you got to see LeBron playing with other stars at a big man position, like Anthony Davis. So he's not gonna get as much rebounds as Giannis. And then LeBron is in his 19th season, but
that's why I'm saying it.
At 26,
you get what I'm saying?
Giannis being 26, I would expect him statistically to surpass LeBron.
But that's why I'm saying it, though.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
but
that,
in my opinion, that still doesn't make him the best player in the NBA right now. You know what I'm trying to say? Because think about it. You can't be the best player in the NBA right now on top of that, and you didn't even make it to the finals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not LeBron right now, I would say it would have to be Steph, as much as it hurts. Like after LeBron, you can't just skip past Steph and then go straight to Giannis, Joker, Luka. You can't go to these other people, bro. Because Steph Curry is very much up there in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, transcended, jersey sales, stats, like winning. Like, he's up there. Like, my team is number 2.
Who? Giannis?
No, it's LeBron, Steph. Then Giannis, then KD, Joker.
I mean, but I'm gonna have to backtrack you on this, though, because when you said if the Bucks made it to the finals, you said it would have been a different story for the Warriors. Did you not?
No, yes, it would have, but they didn't, though.
But they didn't. Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, woulda, shoulda, coulda. You gotta be there to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, the Bucks were my pick. That's who I wanted to take it all the way. Like, so let me outside of LeBron.
So let me ask this. You say it's Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry has to be the best player in the world right now. Why is it not?
Outside of LeBron James.
Huh?
Outside of LeBron James.
Outside of LeBron.
Like you take LeBron out the picture, it's Steph Curry right now as the face of the NBA. But the best player in the NBA and the face of the NBA to me is like 1-1. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I get you. But you know what? I want to say this though, because I want to bottom line this right now, right? So if this were LeBron James, like 2018, or maybe second return to the Cavs, Heat Cavs. Heat LeBron, second return LeBron. Irrefutably, I wouldn't even argue this. LeBron would be the best player in the world. But like stats, I don't care about none of stats because we've seen what LeBron has done.
But you said it yourself. Keyword is it's not even arguable. But now the keyword is arguable. Yes. Right?
Yes.
So it's still, no matter how you slice it, whether he's 1, 2, or 3, it's arguable that he could be 1. You get what I'm trying to say?
But Cuzzo, you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it this way though too, because remember, Giannis was still an MVP candidate this year, right? He was in the argument for. I mean, he was top 5, but I mean, he was but Giannis is still top
health,
3.
He wasn't further because of health and playoffs.
Okay,
he wasn't further, and then they finally each other.
I mean, we can't. I mean, we can't say that for every argument though. You gotta give some slack to the other guy, because you can't say
the slack that I'm giving to Giannis is the fact that he's above KD in my eyes. He's above KD. That's what I'm giving him. I'm giving him that. You're better than Joker. You're better than Luka. You're better than KD right now. You're not better than Steph. You're not better than LeBron. You're not. You just didn't prove enough. If he would have went out last year and won and beat Steph in the finals, that would have Giannis in my eyes number 2. So it would be LeBron, Giannis, Steph. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. So it's LeBron, Steph.
But
yeah.
But right, and we can say that now, right? Because Steph Curry won his first Finals MVP, but Giannis won his Finals MVP before Steph, right? He won it younger. He did it before Steph. He's dominating the game.
But at that time, Steph already won multiple rings. Also won unanimous MVP. At that time, Giannis was winning. His championship. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's still. He was even better than Steph at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe currently, at that moment, that season, but all around, no, man. But you know, we could go on and on about this. It's just
all around, though. How would you mean all around?
Like I'm talking about all around career-wise.
We're not talking about careers, man.
No, I know we're not talking about careers, but it's like. Because at that time, Steph was not even in the playoff conversation because that was the year they were shitty and shit. So I get what you're saying. So that's why at the time, but you know, best player in the league, it changes. It fluctuates. It fluctuates, bro.
It's subjective.
So like it's subjective. Exactly. Like it's definitely subjective. Like it's definitely subjective because I feel like there was a point in time, maybe the year Giannis won the chip, I would say he was number 1. You know what I'm saying? Or like. In my eyes, number 2, but I'm saying maybe to everybody else, number 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, because LeBron is always going to be number 1 and 2. I feel like until 2 things: he retires or he just nosedives production-wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about when age sets in. You know it happens.
Yeah. When LeBron averages less than 20 points per game, that's how you know he's not the best player.
There you go. But less than 20 and less than like 5 or 6 assists.
But you know what? But here's like where I'm coming from with that though, right? With LeBron James, because if we're talking about career, right? And let's just say if I was to just give out like my players, if I was judging it just career wise, then that my list would be completely different. You get what I'm saying? Like I would definitely have LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. You get what I'm saying? And then who's ever third after that? Maybe.
Okay, so if I'm going like your category, I would have to say Joker. Because I would go stats if I'm doing it like that pure dominant.
But I'm not going off just stats though.
So that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying. So it's
all
like,
right. So let me.
You can't make a subcategory and then take out the other subcategory to make the other one more valid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, because here's what
you have to do. And I'm not saying when I say career, I'm not saying what they did the entirety of their career. I'm saying within the time frame of the conversation being had. Like within the conversation of them being a GOAT, I'm saying like the last. You can't go back farther than 3 or 4 seasons. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not going back 3 or 4 seasons.
That's what I'm saying. So when I say career, I'm talking about between that
past
time
3
frame
years.
With Steph Curry, LeBron, Giannis, KD, Kawhi. Those are the players that you have to like. Having that conversation.
Yeah, I forgot about Kawhi too. I ain't going.
That
man ain't been playing basketball in a minute.
I get it. That's what I'm saying. But Kawhi's not in my top 5. But because he hasn't been like the past couple of years since he won the chip, he hasn't really been there health-wise. Like, you know what I mean? And he hasn't really shown the leadership. And he hasn't really shown the stats. He hasn't really shown the MVP conversation. He hasn't really shown the league MVPs and stuff like that. He didn't show me none of that for him to be best player in the world now. But he's in the conversation.
Yeah.
But he's just not even maybe 8, 7, like, you know what I'm saying right now.
So all right. So here's how I look at it, right? So I agree with you on the notion where you say, all right, you don't go past 3 years.
Yeah, because
right? Because I wasn't going that far. I was keeping it here. I was keeping it like, you know, around.
I felt like he was keeping it more last season.
No. I was going at least with the past couple years. I would say at least the last year. I would probably say.
I would say right around the bubble year, or like the season before the bubble year, maybe.
Okay. Right. So and this is why I have LeBron at number 2, right? Just below Giannis. Because one the thing that I factor in is where they're at in their careers, right? where they're at in their careers. You know what I'm saying? I think it's still a very great thing that LeBron is still top 5 at this point in his career. You get what I'm saying? Like, that needs to be acknowledged within itself, because ain't no player doing this. Whoever watching this needs to understand whatever LeBron James is doing right now, you might not see it for a long.
This would be Giannis.
Say again?
I feel like the only player that could probably show the longevity and that would possibly show the longevity, in my opinion, would probably be Giannis.
I have to see it to believe it, bro.
But
I would have to see it to believe it.
Giannis would have to truly elevate his game.
I can't even say that until I see it, because I haven't even seen somebody like LeBron. I haven't even seen a player play like LeBron so late in his career. Like, come on, he had 30 points in his 19th. Like, people can say, like, okay, he didn't make the playoffs though.
He scored 50 like 2 games in a row.
Right. You get what I'm saying? So let's acknowledge that. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm pointing out here, right, is where they're at in their careers. I think that matters, right? Going into this year, LeBron is still going into his 20th year. Giannis is in the heat, the prime of his career. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like looking at it like this. And I'm not trying to say what either player is better, but I'm looking at it like this, right? LeBron at the time, at the time when LeBron was on the Heat, right? Kobe Bryant was still playing. I would say in the earliest years of LeBron's Heat days, his Heat tenure, Kobe Bryant was still playing basketball. Kobe Bryant was still doing his thing, right? And so going into the year, or probably going into that first year with the Heat, Kobe Bryant was probably, now I may be wrong, Kobe Bryant probably was ranked higher than LeBron James going into that year. Because I think LeBron James had he just won a championship not too long ago. I mean, not LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. Yeah, Kobe Bryant had just won a championship not too long ago. You get what I'm saying? But going into that year, right? Or maybe let's just say, all right, now it's the first year that LeBron had his Heat tenure, or maybe even the second year. Kobe Bryant is still, he's still balling. He's still a great player. He's widely known as one of the greatest players of all time. And LeBron is still trying to chase his championship, right? But the moment LeBron James had his first championship and Kobe had like 5, or you know what I'm saying, 5 at that time, we gave LeBron as the best player in the league heading into that season
because LeBron is a better player than Kobe Bryant.
I mean, no, but like I said, I wasn't comparing it from player to player.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking from their point in their careers, where they're at in their careers. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say Giannis has to kind of have that, have that advantage over him strictly just off youth. Youth alone, in my opinion, is gonna is gonna take it in the long run, because longevity is not on LeBron's side right now. A couple years ago, way back when, 5 years ago, then you know what I'm saying, we could say that. But now longevity is now on LeBron's side, and he's now never. You know what I'm saying? He's on the edge of his career. He's near the end of his career. So I can't.
The end of his career.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I cannot have a player who's near the end of his career over a player who is who right, and we gotta put this out there too. Giannis was the only player to be all NBA first team unanimously, right? He was unanimously the first team all NBA player, right? And then he was a top 3 candidate MVP. This year, we can make arguments about like why they didn't make the championship, but hit or miss. If Chris Middleton was playing in that series, there's a very good chance the Bucks could have been competing again this year. You get what I'm saying? So on a year-by-year basis, I know LeBron is like, even though we know what type of player LeBron is, and I'm not going to say he falls off a cliff heading into the season, but you got to still have some question, like at least some question in the back of your mind where you're like, is this the year LeBron retires? You know what I'm saying? Is this the year he calls it quits? You know what I'm saying? Just because
LeBron, I won't say that until at least his son is close to draft eligibility. Because LeBron clearly made it known that he's not like gonna retire anytime soon until his son. So I would say comfortably, we have, as dominance wise and skill wise, production wise, maybe not that long. But after, like, he will be playing until that season. You know what I'm saying? So production wise, I don't know if he's gonna still be top 5 talent and stuff, but he'll be in the league.
Yeah,
he'll be on the team. He'll be on the contract. Sure.
You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I and that's just my part, at least on that end. You get what I'm saying? And now when we look at it from the mentality, right? I look at like I think what things that can't be measured, right? Like your assertiveness, the way you lead the game. You know what I'm saying? Your how you affect the court, how you affect your other players. Now we know LeBron James is at the top of his game when it comes to any other player, when it comes to elevating his teammates, getting players involved, and just downright doing his thing. I'm not saying Giannis does that better than LeBron James as far as getting his teammates involved, controlling the pace of the game, and things of that nature. But when it comes to Giannis, when he plays with his team, right? When he's on the court, if it's not LeBron James, Steph Curry, or any other top NBA player, Giannis is by far the best player on the court. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. He affects the game in so many ways, from being able to be unstoppable in paint. You get what I'm saying? From the defensive end. You get what I'm saying? Being able to take over games. Like, we've just seen this guy, even though it was 2 years ago, right? It was 2 finals ago now, right? We just seen Giannis drop 50 in a closeout game in the finals, right? Even though it was 2 years ago, you get what I'm saying? That's big to me. Things like that matters, bro. You get what I'm saying? That's huge. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that and I say, you know what? If he could do it then, he could definitely do it again. You get what I'm saying? Being the heart of that team. And then so going into this year, now let's go back to LeBron's side of things. LeBron is on the older spectrum. We know what the things that he could do, but he can't do those things anymore. And at least on a day-to-day, on a game-to-game basis. So it was already acknowledged that Darvin Ham is going to go, you know what I'm saying? He's going to run the offense through Anthony Davis, which...
With the ball in LeBron's hands.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we know that. You know what I'm saying? In LeBron James' hand, because, I mean, he dictates pace. He's the guy who should have the basketball in his hands out all the time. I hope he has the basketball in his hands right now, if I'm keeping a buck with you. You know what I'm saying? But when, like I said, he's running the offense through Anthony Davis. So this is the first time that an offense that LeBron James is playing on, it isn't playing through him, it's playing with the second best player on the team. You know what I'm saying? So when I factor all those things all in one, I put in youth, I put in the effect that they have on the game, the stuff that they bring when as being the best player on their team. Like, I think when it comes to statistics, like I said, it's subjective. It's like a tipping scale, but I think when it goes to stats, it's always hard to compare stats with LeBron James. Let's keep it 100. It's always hard to compare stats with LeBron James. But just going into this year, right? I just think Giannis, with the youth and just with the mentality that he has now, and then now that he's a champion,
yeah,
I just think that it's his crown up until. I say it's his crown up until somebody takes it. But I think you do make a very valid point to say that Steph Curry should be on top of it, simply because he just came off the year that he had.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, we could come to a conclusion. I could see your argument there. So we got to give it to Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? We gave it to Steph Curry, and that's just plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? But just going into this year, I mean, I would still have Giannis on top of Curry. If he had won the finals, or maybe if it was the year prior, like the year before, then I would have Giannis over him. But we got to give credit to where credit is due, and then say, okay, yeah, Steph Curry is the best player in the league.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So. And so, you know what? Let me bring something else, because I'm gonna let you talk, because I know I was going on a whole spiel. And you brought up something that I 100% agreed with, right? Because I've had this argument with Giannis before, not against LeBron. I don't compare Giannis to LeBron. I don't do that. That's not at all. This is the only aspect I would compare Giannis to LeBron to. But I want to bring in Luka. right? I want to bring in Luka. So Luka, right? I had this conversation with people, and people are already saying that Luka is the best point guard and the best player in the league right now. Please give me your insight on that.
Luka is one of the more skilled players in the league right now. But he's not the best player in the league. And what was the other category you said he was?
He's the best player. They say he's the best player.
How can you be the best player? You're not even an MVP. How can you be the best player? You're not a champion.
Hey, I said the same thing.
You know what I mean? Like that's just.
I said the same thing. I'm
skill wise, he's talent. Definitely.
Yeah.
But then if you throw talent wise, you gotta throw a bunch of plays in there too. Like you know what I mean? Like so he hasn't done enough, man. You know my answer with that.
Yeah.
Luka and Jokic are like the same category. Like Jokic's a little more higher up, but they just didn't prove enough. And not just because they're white or it's not racist, none of that. It just didn't prove enough yet to be in that next level.
Yeah.
They didn't walk in the door yet. You don't have a championship.
Yeah.
It's just plain and simple.
You don't have MVPs.
Well, Joker has an MVP, so yeah.
No, I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's why Joker's more in the conversation, exactly. But Luka, no. And maybe this season, maybe I feel like I have him. That's my pick for next year's MVP. So,
as the past 3 years,
you know what I mean. So I feel like this is the year he's gonna get it.
And so I agree with you on there. I think this
because like it's recency bias with the MVPs. So they look at what you did the previous season as well.
Yeah, they do.
So like, he just went to the Western Conference Finals.
I hope they do that with Jokic.
Huh?
I said I hope they do that with Jokic this year.
Nah, that's why Jokic is not going to win this one. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's not going to win this one. He's not going to win this one coming up. He can't.
No, I agree.
Yep.
And so with my assessment with Luka, right? When people were just quick to crown him.
Yeah.
You know, and just say he's the best player. And then this is why I bring up Giannis a lot. It's because it's like we just gloss. It's almost like what Gribble Arenas said in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's just like it's glossed over what Giannis has done so far. You get what I'm saying? Like when you really look at it, yes, Luka expectations and his career, he had a better start than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Further down the line, I think people are weighing too much on the potential rather than what we've seen so far. You get what I'm saying? It's just like potential is not something you can measure. Potential is just potential. We haven't seen potential. You get what I'm saying?
Zion has a lot of potential. Ja has a lot of potential. Trey has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
But until you actually perform and produce, it's gonna be nothing but potential. You know what I mean? Like Derrick Rose had potential.
Who?
Derrick Rose.
Yeah. He definitely did have potential.
But now, what is Derrick Rose now? What does he have now?
My legs.
Exactly. Like he had a moment. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like Derrick Rose had a stint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's it's not good enough, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
and Luka could fall in that category because we've seen players that were skilled. People forgot Brandon Roy.
Yeah.
Monte Ellis.
Portland Trailblazers. Yeah, Monte Ellis, Golden State Warriors.
I'm talking about these guys were dogs, bro.
Yeah. People forget about Monte Ellis and Brandon Roy.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. People forget Monte Ellis, bro.
Yeah.
People forget. Like I'm talking about these guys were actually beasts. Like Brandon Roy was actually killing dudes in the league. Like
yeah, he was.
Derrick Rose killing dudes. Like killing dudes, bro. But they just potential.
Yeah. And you know what? Even then, because this is where people get retarded with this shit. When Derrick Rose won MVP, he wasn't even considered better than LeBron James. Not even considered better than LeBron James. I don't even think that thought even came out when Derrick Rose MVP. Not even close.
People were saying that season that shit should have went to LeBron.
Right? So, You know, and so like I said, when we speaking off potential, that's a really unfair analogy, bro, because it's just like, first off, just look at, like, we get it. Luka he has numbers very similar to LeBron in the first 4 years of his career. But we've just seen, and let's just look at it from just a point guard's perspective, right? For people already saying Luka is the best point guard in the league right now. You know what I'm saying? From statistics. We've just seen a guy, Steph Curry, right, who won 2 MVPs, a finals MVP, had 4 championships.
Who's the point guard?
You know what I'm saying? And Luka is above him just off what? He got off the first round for the first time in his career.
No, you know what it is, bro? It's the triple double, bro. People love those high value triple doubles, not just triple doubles. I'm talking about the high value triple doubles, like 36 points, 40 points, 13 rebounds, 12 assists.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? People love that shit.
Yeah,
that's why people were so in awe of Russell Westbrook at that time, because what he was doing. It's high. It's high value triple doubles. It's not just triple doubles. But it's like, now look at Russ. Now look at it.
Yeah.
When Russ goes triple double crazy,
doesn't mean
like,
shit.
nah, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
All right, you broke a couple records, cool. But did it translate to any type of winning? No. And Lucas does translate to winning. They did make it to the Western Conference Finals. So you surround a decent team around Luka, he could win a chip or two, but potential's only could take you so far. You know what I mean? Potential's only going to take you halfway there. Potential's going to get you noticed in the league. It's going to get you that attention. It's what you do from then on. You know what I mean? You have to continue. You have to be consistent. And these dudes, these dudes nowadays aren't consistent, bro. And it hurts to say it. I feel like Ja has a lot of potential, but he's another guy that kind of scares me as far as him and Zion, like their era. Him, Zion, trade, like their era is going to be very injury prone kind of era, I think. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be hard to see Zion and Ja in the finals, or LaMelo and you know what I mean, whoever. Like these dudes are always going to be fucking hurt.
Yeah. No, I get you. So let me bring in another player, and I do want to talk about this. Jokic, the Joker, right? 2-time league MVP, 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 points, right? Now, how would you compare Jokic? Not to LeBron, because I don't compare him to LeBron. I think that's nonsense.
You say to the rest of the league, like
how do you compare him to Greek Freak? How do you compare him to Giannis? Because I'm not comparing him to Embiid. I think he has the upper hand on Embiid, but how do you compare him to somebody like Giannis?
No,
you think he's better? No. Who would you take?
Giannis.
Not about who's better. Who would you take?
Giannis.
You would take Giannis? Okay, thank you. I knew we were family.
Giannis just has that dominance.
Thank you.
Like he's dominant. Like Joker's dominant. Like he's gonna get the numbers, but he just doesn't give you that. And then don't get me wrong, he got game-winning buzzer beaters. Like he has some moments. Like Joker's he has skill, bro. For someone his size, the things he could do is fucking amazing. Amazing, bro. Amazing. The things Joker can do are amazing, bro. His size, triple doubles like that, pass the ball like that, shoot like that. He's a great player, bro. But Giannis is just a better player, bro. You give me Giannis and whoever, and Jokic and whoever in the finals, I'm going with Giannis, bro.
You going with Giannis, right?
I'm going with Giannis, bro. I'm going with Giannis, bro. You have to. Giannis proved he could win a ring. You have to, bro. I don't know, man.
So,
because they're both in the same category, but Giannis has that Finals MVP. So,
that's the deal breaker.
Yeah, that's the deal breaker. That's the tiebreaker right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the tiebreaker, and people need to understand this shit. When I say
Jokic may be a better passer, but at the end of the day, Giannis is just a better, like, just.
In my opinion,
Giannis is a better player than Jokic.
And yeah, to me, in my opinion, Giannis is a better player than Jokic.
Yeah.
Based off, you know, what we've seen. Like, I think when you're comparing great players to great players, right?
Because Giannis, like the year that Jokic had, Giannis had that year already.
Yeah.
Like the constant triple doubles, like like Giannis had that year already,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Like
the two-time league MVPs.
Yeah, he did this already. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's just recency bias people to forget. But Giannis, the way Jokic running through the league with the stats, Giannis did that 3 seasons ago, bro. 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Like, people just forget, bro. Like, I'm talking about, I remember games when Giannis had like 40, 13, and like fucking 13. It's some crazy shit like that. With like 6, 7 blocks, nigga. Some crazy, like, Giannis has some crazy stat lines, bro, in his MVP year. What up, Robert?
Yeah, no, that was for me. That's a little old war buddy for me. I had to put that on there for
salute, Robert.
Buddy, man. But yeah, man, we just with Jokic. So this is the thing that I kind of want to look at with Jokic, man, because people are already saying that, oh, you know, he's 2-time league MVP, or, you know, people are already talking that ish already about Jokic. And this is the thing that I want to point out with Jokic, right? Is that now that he's won he's been 2-time league MVP, the pressure's on him. Like, he got something on his back now.
This is the season he has to at least he has to make it to the finals. Or he's gonna take a dip, bro. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Like, as far as the conversation, because you gotta understand, like, people were giving him, Jason Tatum, like, these guys are gonna start getting more and more flack because of like the things they're accomplishing. You know what I mean? When Giannis, like, see, like a player like, that's what I'm saying, like a player like Jimmy Butler doesn't get this type of flack. Jimmy Butler made it to flying finals, but they don't give Jimmy Butler these expectations. Yeah,
because he's not a regular. He don't perform like that in the regular season.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a playoff player.
It's like, but he made it to the finals. You know what I'm saying? And he's a star, so it's like, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Some certain expectations for certain players, and Joker is getting a lot of attention. So the pressure's on, like you said. It's time to improve, bro. He made it to the Western Conference Finals already, so he could do that again, and that would keep him in the conversation. But anything less is gonna knock him down a notch or two. And then Luka's elevates. Yeah, because Luka only needs one MVP to really be in that conversation. You know what I mean? Like, so.
No, I agree, and so the heat is definitely on Jokic's back. Like, I was already looking at Giannis after those 2 MVPs. And I was like, you know, what else you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with those playoffs? You get what I'm saying? Because I think the first bad loss he had in the playoffs, I believe, was against if I'm not mistaken,
really? Well, Miami. They lost to Miami
in 2018. Yeah,
the bubble year. No, the bubble year. Remember you talking about the bubble year? Because they lost to Miami the bubble year.
Oh no, so yeah, he lost to Miami that year, and then
that was the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, because he won the MVP.
I think he won the MVP that year. Yeah.
No, he won MVP. Did he win MVP that year? He won it.
It was either him or Joker.
Let me see. 2021. No, he did not. No, he didn't win MVP the year he won. He won it the year after. So he won it in 2020, and then he won the championship in 2021.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So, because I know he didn't win MVP the same year he won it, because that was the year Jokic won it.
Yeah.
And then 2019 and 2020. I think 2019 he lost to, who did he lose to? He lost to the Raptors. He lost to the Raptors that year. Remember?
Yeah.
He lost to the
Raptors.
Yeah, he lost to the Raptors that year. So he lost to the Raptors.
Yeah, you going way back.
Yeah, he lost to the Raptors.
You go by like 4 years.
He lost to the Raptors, and then he lost to the Heat, and then he quickly made up for it, right? Winning that championship. So Giannis redeemed his career. He's fine. You know what I'm saying? So at this point now, it's just kind of like, okay, where does it go from here? But in Jokic's case, right? He's in the same position that Giannis was in before he won his championship, right? Like, you're an MVP. Do you think it's acceptable for you to be losing the first and second round Like people are comparing Jokic to LeBron. And I made this point when I was talking to a couple homies, I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago on the live stream. If LeBron was MVP in a season, you think he getting knocked out the first or second round?
Hell no.
Hell no. That is not happening.
The league wouldn't allow it.
LeBron is not going to be no MVP and get bounced out the first or second round. It's not happening. You get what I'm saying? And so, yes, it's happened to Giannis, but he's won his championship. He broke his deal. He beat it. He got that weight off his shoulder.
He did.
So why doesn't that apply to Jokic also? It needs to apply to Jokic. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hear nothing about. I get it. Your players are injured. You need your guys to win it. You know what I'm saying? You need your whole team.
Your guys. You need your guys.
You need your whole
which
team.
Is 100% true. I'm with him on that.
Mm-hmm. I get that. You get what I'm saying? But here's where it starts to. Here's where I get really critical of Jokic, right? And we brought this up with Giannis already. Is the dominance, the assertiveness, the want to win mentality, right? When he played against the Warriors. Now, I'm not saying Jokic doesn't want to win. I'm not going that far. But I don't see that same urgency that I see from Giannis to want to win a championship than I see Jokic wanting to win a championship. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't see that. You got anything you want to say on that before I continue?
No, yeah, I agree because it shows. It shows because I feel like with Jokic, like people are so fixated on the actual MVPs that he won
and his perk,
what he actually accomplished, like outside of the regular season. Like outside of the regular season, his career is like almost subpar. Other than that one Western Conference Finals that he had, because Giannis didn't have Middleton, but he still made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they still made it that far. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's no excuse. Like Luka just came out of nowhere and made it to the Western Conference Finals. Like damn near by himself too. About a year. Brunson was there, but Luka, like, they didn't have a super stacked team. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Nuggets had enough. They got enough rosters to make. They could have made it to the Western Conference Finals. Still. Yeah. You have an MVP. You won an MVP. You can make it to the Western Conference Finals. No excuses. Like that's what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's what you do with it now. Now the attention's on. The heat is on. The pressure's on, and it doesn't last long. The pressure's gonna be on you for a little bit, and people are gonna forget about you, bro. Because people, just as quick as people are talking about you, people are gonna be talking about Luka. People are gonna be talking about Giannis. People are gonna be talking about the players that are in the playoffs. So if he's not performing in playoffs, nobody's gonna be talking about you. And the second you get hurt, that's it. Like his career is gonna automatically be a decline because he's not gonna get that attention anymore. You're not gonna care, and then that's what's gonna hurt his confidence. People are gonna start closing in on him on defense, and he's just not gonna be the same player. Like you know what I'm saying? So next season is gonna be next season is really, really an important season for the era of NBA. Because coming off of these players forcing trades, COVID, this is gonna be our one regular season that we're gonna have before big decisions will be made. Yeah. So a lot of attention are gonna be on every team, every player. We're looking at one of the biggest upcoming seasons I'm in my opinion of all time. Because like it's just so much been going on in the NBA world, bro. Like that just doesn't have anything to do with actual basketball. Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like this season's gonna be crazy, bro. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait.
Nah, I'm on the same page with you, man. I'm on the same page. But and you know what? I want to point this out too, because you brought up the MVP. You know, Jokic has an MVP and Jokic doesn't, and Luka doesn't, right? And Luka made it to a Western Conference Finals. Right, so let's point this out because I think this is a great thing to point out when you're making a comparison between Luka and Jokic. Jokic last year, MVP, right? Played, I think, all of the games last year. If not all of the games, damn near close. Jokic plays most of the season. Luka missed a good portion of his game. He missed a good amount of games. Not that much, but he missed a good amount of games. Made to the Western Conference Finals. The Dallas Mavericks were the fourth best team in the Western Conference Finals. They were the fourth seed. The Nuggets were the sixth seed. So the Nuggets were the sixth seed with the MVP. And the Dallas Mavericks, right? Second half of the year, second half of the year, he was playing like an MVP.
He was.
Second half of the year, Luka was playing like an MVP, right?
Phenomenal, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for him to be the fourth seed, and then for you to be the sixth seed, despite injuries, despite all that, because we already know when it comes to seeding, all that extra stuff, you got to play what you got. You got to play with what you have. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so what you have to acknowledge is that you got to hold Jokic accountable in that aspect. Like, come on, bro. Let's just look at the matchup alone. Jokic was posting up with Draymond Green. Now, I'm not taking anything from Draymond Green. Draymond Green is an excellent defender. But let's be honest, bro. You think Draymond Green would be able to go about this guard Giannis the same way he would against Jokic?
No.
In a playoff matchup? Nah, bro.
Not at all.
Not, bro. That's not happening. It's not happening. You get what I'm saying? And I can commend the Nuggets. I'm not holding Jokic and the Nuggets accountable for losing in that first round against the Warriors. Where I hold Jokic accountable is because in those late game stretches, in those games that I've watched, in those late game stretches,
yeah,
he would finish the game probably like what, 37 points, 35 points, 33 points.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You are the best player on the field, on the court. You are the best player on your team. You are the two-time league MVP. Why are you trying to pass the ball? Why are you not trying to score the ball? You're the biggest guy on the court.
You're the biggest.
Bro, they didn't even have Wiseman. Wiseman wasn't even playing. They were playing small basketball. You have something to say?
But this is what I'm saying. That people are too quick to throw that label around, bro. People are too quick to throw. People are too quick to do that. It's you can't throw it's just ridiculous, bro. People are quick to throw, oh, he's the best player in the league. He's the more dominant player in the league. He's this, he's that. No. It's a race between LeBron and Steph Curry right now, in my opinion. Now, remember, it was LeBron and Durant at a point. It's LeBron and Steph right now, bro. Period. And then after, Giannis, Joker. No. Durant, Joker, Luka.
Okay.
Period.
All right.
Period, man.
I got you.
Durant staying, Durant might bump up his value, bro. Don't be surprised if they actually make a movie this season. I don't know, man.
The Nets.
Yeah. I can't wait, bro. I just can't wait.
Okay. All right. We'll have more to talk on that, but you know what? I want to get into this next thing because we're already like an hour, 20 minutes in. So I want to get into these the NBA future odds, championship odds as they're currently constructed. So before I get into that, right? Thank you everybody for tuning in on the Cash Sports podcast, man. If you guys are tuning in, please like and subscribe to Cash Sports. You see, we are working. We are getting into it, man. We are talking basketball. We talking a bunch of stuff, man. We got into a heated debate. We talking about a bunch of stuff, man. We are. And we here for it. Right? So please, support the podcast. Hit that notification button so whenever we hit live stream, man, anybody can come here and join with us, man. It don't just got to be me and my cousin here talking about NBA. Anybody can talk NBA, man. You don't need no degrees. You don't need no communications. Hey, man, you can sign language on me. Huh?
You can do Wi-Fi, that's it.
Hey, you can even sign language on here, man. I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? So please, man, like and subscribe to the channel. So I want to get into another thing before we head out of here, and that will be the NBA odds for teams to win the championship coming into this upcoming season. All right, man. I hope. Hey, let me know, guys, if I'm like yelling in your ears, because I know I'm pretty loud over here. All right, man. So here it is. Right. So I just want to let you guys know that I am getting this information from Bet Online. If you guys want this link, if you guys want the information from Bet Online, you can tap into the description link. I do not have it there right now, but I will after this video is concluded. So if you guys want to tap in, see these odds, please, man, feel free to hit that link in the description box. All right. So let's start at the top. 2023 NBA championship odds to win. One thing that I want to point out is the Boston Celtics. That is plus 500. The Boston Celtics are the #1 team to win the championship this year. Cousin, let me know. How do you feel about that, man? What's your take on that?
I mean, like, I don't like how, like, the way things are nowadays, bro. It's just like, how do you not have Warriors #1? In my opinion, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't agree. I just don't agree. Like, don't get me wrong, they'll be in the conversation, but like Middleton they're not even in the finals, in my opinion, last year. So I don't agree with this at all. I don't agree with this at all. I don't like this list.
Okay.
I don't like this list.
All right. So all right. So Milwaukee Bucks plus 600, Warriors plus 700, Nets plus 750, Clippers plus 750, Suns plus 1,000, Lakers plus 1,400, Heat plus 1,600, Sixers plus 1,600, Nuggets plus 2,000, Mavericks plus 2,200, Grizzlies plus 2,500, the Timberwolves plus 2,800, Pelicans 3,500, Raptors plus 4,000, and then the Hawks plus 5,000. Now I'm not gonna go lower than the Hawks.
The Knicks, yeah, because once you see the Knicks, you know you're going too far.
Yeah,
you're going way too far. Once you see the Knicks, you're going way too far down.
The Rockets plus 100,000.
Jeez,
I don't even see the point. Really,
you put $1 in there, you win 100,000.
You get what I'm saying? But here's my thing, man. So I agree with you. I was pretty puzzled to see that the Boston Celtics at the top of this list, to be quite frank. You know, even though the Boston Celtics, I feel like, did improve by adding Malcolm Brogdon, and considering that I think Ime Udoka is a fantastic coach. I think he's already a top five coach in the league at this moment.
We could do that one day. The top coaches in the league.
No, we definitely could. And then but I don't see. I don't know. I think with the Bucks, I think it's a tough matchup when it comes to the East. But I mean, I think it's a shot in the dark. I think when it comes to the Heat, to the East, it is between the Celtics and the Bucks, in my opinion. I think it's one or the other. I think the Nets. Only reason why I'm just on the fence about the Nets, even though I would want them to go to the finals, I gotta make sure that team is together. It needs to be. I gotta wait until like after the All-Star break, because now with the Nets, man, we put so much eggs into this basket. It's almost like
they had them too high for all the shit that they're going through.
Yeah, it's just way too much bullshit for me to be like, okay, nah, the Nets.
And I feel like they have the Suns a little too high too.
The Suns?
Yeah.
Over the Lakers?
Yeah. I feel like the Suns' chemistry issues are gonna cost them. And like with Chris Paul being another year older and showing that he can't really play the long game, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I like the Heat. I like the Sixers. Like, I feel like if I had to put in the order, I would go Golden State, Milwaukee. I would go the Clippers, then the Celtics, then the Lakers. I'll go Nets, then the Lakers, then the Heat, then the 76ers, and the Suns.
Okay.
Because I can't sleep on the Clippers, bro. Like,
yeah.
As much as I hate them, like, you just can't really, like, I don't know, like, that's a scary looking team on paper.
Yeah.
Like, I really looked at them the other day and like really actually looked at their full roster. The niggas are stacked.
Yeah.
Like, all jokes aside, like, they have everything they need to win the championship.
Yeah. I agree.
Offense, defense, stars, players, role players. They got the whole thing. Coach.
Yeah.
Billionaire owner. Like, they got it all, bro.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna go at it like this, because I agree. I think Warriors do deserve to be the favorite. I think they're gonna be better. I think they're gonna be better this year.
They're gonna be better next year.
They're gonna be better.
Now they're gonna have the confidence that they know they just want to chip.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna be a middle of the pack team.
And they'll have their big man too, in Wiseman.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, and you know what? I think a lot of these players,
like Golden State's not one to have like bad chemistry or bad raps for not taking care of their players. They're either gonna pay Draymond Green or not pay Draymond Green. They're not gonna let this shit bubble through the whole season, especially after winning the ring. Like, they're either gonna pay him or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I got Warriors at the top. I got Clippers number 2. I'll give Clippers 2 just based off roster alone. You got I think it's way too. I think
might be jumping the gun a little bit, but
it might be a little bit, but you just based off roster alone, I think you got to give them the package deal. I think as pleasantly constructed, you know, just with Kawhi, Paul
roster wise, they always had a great roster.
Yeah, and the coach, it's just you got checks. You got checks in so many aspects, bro. You have a lot of checks in for the Clippers. Only thing is that's not checked off is just the question as it pertains to just them being healthy. But I mean, that's a lot of teams, though. You can say the same about the Warriors, the Lakers.
That's
really every contending team. So I would go Warriors, Clippers, right? I would go Bucks 3. I'll go Celtics right after them. But I would tie Celtics and Bucks. I think Celtics and Bucks are tied because I think
they both got the same amount of chances. Basically.
Yeah, I think they have the same amount of chance. Even though, you know, everything that I said about Giannis, the Celtics, it's almost on the.
They're a complete team.
On the Eastern side, they're almost the Clippers on the East.
Yeah.
Or the Celtics are the Clippers of the East.
Crazy.
Right? Somebody in Boston gonna go crazy at me right now.
I'm like, what?
You're fucking. So I got Bucks and Celtics tied up, right? And then I would have, so Nets after that, and then I would have Lakers and Suns on the same playground. And then I would go Sixers. Let me see. Let's scroll a little bit more down. Yeah, I would go Sixers.
You trying to throw Dallas and Nuggets in there? I know.
Nah, I'm thinking about that. Nah, I'm not gonna throw. Yeah, I would take Nuggets. I would take Nuggets over Dallas. Because and just going off the argument that we had earlier, right? How this is the year Jokic has to make a statement.
This is a year a lot of players have to make a statement.
Yeah, it like this.
Jokic, Luka, Embiid, Harden. A lot of players have to make a statement this year. Harden's window passed a long time ago for him to make a statement, but he's with Embiid now. So now he attached himself to Embiid to keep it more. Yeah. So a lot of players have a lot to prove, and there's only one Larry O'Brien.
Yeah.
So
and you know what? He has lost a lot of weight. Have you been seeing James Harden's?
I've been paying attention. Like I said, I'm excited for this season, so I'm not just paying attention to LeBron. I'm not just a LeBron fanatic. I pay attention to a lot of teams. I've seen how Kawhi's jacked.
Yeah.
Paul George looks jacked.
Yeah.
John Wall looks good. Like Westbrook even looks all right too. I don't know if you've been watching Westbrook, but Westbrook's he's been working out a little bit too. Like people don't pay attention. AD's been looking like a lot of people look. I've been paying attention to a lot of people. Giannis has been playing, so I've been actually paying attention to his little highlights. And a lot of players, Luka dropped some pounds too. If you pay attention, Luka dropped some pounds.
Yeah. He's dropping pounds. He putting on weight.
Boy, I'm saying as far as the fat. Remember, Luka
I know that. I was
but he dropped some fat and then got some muscle to him too. So a lot of players are looking good, physicality wise. Yeah, but we'll see if it transcends into actual NBA production though, because there's plenty times where LeBron gained a couple pounds to get some muscle, and then it doesn't translate into actual. You know what I mean? Like buckets. AD just this past season was jacked.
Yeah.
And then he got fucking hurt and had the worst jump season season of his career. So he knows better now.
Yeah. You know, so you know where I'm coming from. You know, we can talk about MVP rankings because with Luka, if Luka had came into last season in shape, there's a very good chance he could have won MVP this year. Luka could win MVP this year if he had came into this season in shape, healthy, just based off that second half of the season alone. He could have won MVP.
I agree.
He could have won MVP, right? And so, I agree. There's a lot of players. For a fact, there's a lot of players who have a lot to prove. But when I said that with the Nuggets, right? I think this is the best team that they had in recently. Out of the past 3, 4, 5 years they've played together, this might be the best team that they've had so far.
I mean, if Jamal Murray can play, if Jamal Murray can stay out.
Oh yeah. I mean, but like
has to play, bro.
I mean, but like we said, we've said that about a lot of players.
Yeah,
and he has, you know what I mean? And he has been out, you know, for a better part of this past season. So we should be expecting Murray, you know, to do his part, or at least to be able to give the Nuggets a higher seeding. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They should be able to have a higher seed. They shouldn't be a 6th seed this year. They should at least be top 4 minimum. Top 4 minimum in the West.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I chose the Nuggets. And so for the Sixers, I think, you know, the same thing can be said about Joel Embiid. If Joel Embiid is healthy all through the playoffs, I mean, who's to say, you know, what we can see from
Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry, like a lot of teams, like the Lakers. If AD could be healthy, the Lakers are a lock, in my opinion.
Yeah. Nah, you're right.
Easy lock.
You're right. You are certainly right. But you got anything else you want to add on before we head out of here? Because we about to hit an hour and 40 minutes.
Nah, man, it's a good show, man.
Nah, it was a good show. All right.
Last minute show, great show, great episode, man. We give you guys content. You know, just trying to give you guys enough as we can, like good content, good quality content. Who's the Knicks fan?
No, he asked. Yeah, Void. Yeah, my boy Void. He asked.
I'm not a Knicks fan. I don't think Pat's a Knicks fan.
I ain't no Knicks fan. You know, I ain't no Knicks fan, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, hey, I think, hey, we as New Yorkers, we do want the Knicks.
We want to see a ring in New York.
We do generally want the. I think, I don't think people understand if the NBA would go backwards, like not even backwards. I mean, let me not even say it like that. The NBA would be upside down if the Knicks were competing for a championship. I don't think people understand like how crazy the NBA. Like, just think about.
They don't understand,
bro. Just think about what happened with Jeremy Lin Sanity. People don't understand how crazy New York was when Jeremy Lin was going crazy, bro. Jeremy Lin, just over those small or those short span of games, bro. Like, come on now. Like, people don't understand, man. Like, how much like basketball means to New Yorkers. So, but nah, bro. I ain't no Knicks fan, but I do hope that they do well. And then I think he brought up Westbrook earlier when we were talking about jump shots. I forgot what we were saying, but he was
about Ben Simmons and Westbrook.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He brought up Westbrook. Yeah, and we said he does shoot. He said he does shoot. He just can't make them. As opposed to Ben Simmons saying that he can shoot, he just doesn't want to shoot, which I think is.
It's the complete opposite.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I don't see how you can do that, bro. Especially if your team needs it in the playoffs. Like, you feel me? It's the playoffs and you're not gonna shoot. Like, what's the explanation, bro? You know what I mean? But thank you all for everybody for tuning into the Cash Sports podcast. I graciously appreciate it. And I will say it one more final time. Like and subscribe to Cash Sports podcast, man.
Right.
Please. I would graciously appreciate it one more time, man. I do, because every time you guys come on, watch my content, I do appreciate it, man. I'm working hard. I'm doing this thing every single day. I just want to let you guys know, tap into the shorts. I'm dropping shorts every single day, letting you guys know, I'm giving you facts. I'm giving you stats. I'm giving you content. I'm giving you news. I'm giving you everything you can. Man, at this point, you don't even got to have ESPN at this point. Just come to Cash Sports. You can get your news from here. You know what I'm saying?
That's sure.
Sometimes there's breaking news. I make a short right then and there, and I drop it right then and there. Breaking news, right? So just stay tuned for that. Also, I'm gonna have a lot of updates coming here soon, and offers coming here soon, right? So I'm trying to work on being able to give you guys not only content but offers, things that I think you guys would find beneficial to your lives, right? So there's a lot of different things or a lot of different ways and angles how I want to go about it, right? But just sit tight, man. Just stay with me. Just keep enjoying the content at its finest at the moment, right? And just stay tuned, man. I'm gonna take care of y'all, man. For real talk, right? And then I'm also starting to put out more betting odds as we speak. So the more you guys can, the more you guys I throw that out there. I hope you guys are using the information. I just want to let you guys know I'm not responsible for your wins or your losses. If you do win, I hope you guys can backtrack on me and let me know like how y'all did. I would definitely like to hear from you guys on how you did on your bets and your earnings. But stay tuned on that, because I am putting out offers from gambling sites. So just be careful with that. But not just be careful, stay tuned, because I know you guys want to have some fun, right? Another thing, football season is coming up. I can't stress that anymore, man. Stay tuned, because it's gonna be heavy. I'm gonna suffocate y'all with football, man. I'm basically gonna have my hands on y'all neck when it comes to this football sport, man, because I'm going to try to cover football every single day. I'm gonna put out predictions. I'm gonna put out betting line. I'm gonna put out over unders. I'm gonna put out games of the week. We're gonna talk about players. We're gonna talk about games in that week. I mean, y'all already know, man. It's football. We're gonna talk about it each and every time, because that's what Cash Sports is about. We debate, we talk, we do whatever it is to get the hottest topics, to have the best conversations on here, right?
The best of it.
The best of the best, right? Because it's Cash Sports, right? Cha-ching.
And who doesn't love cash?
You know what I'm saying? So you guys, you guys love sports, you guys love cash. The cash part of it, we working on it. We're working towards it. We want to be able to make sure you guys are not only just listening to sports, that we're giving you information so you guys can win some money, right? So hopefully one day, California is still in the process of trying to legalize FanDuel, DraftKings, things of that nature. So wait on that. Trust me, once it is legal in California, I will be on it, and you guys will be the first one to get that offer from me, right? Rose Gold, you got anything else before you want to tap out?
Man, just hit the like, guys. Hit the Cash App, and stay tuned, man. My YouTube page coming very soon. R&R Reacts. We're gonna be reacting to all things entertainment, Game of Thrones, world news, politics. We're gonna get deep, man. We're gonna get so deep into this thing. You guys are gonna be like, oh, nah, these dudes are fucking sick. We're working, man. So just tune in. We're gonna just talk all things, movies, whatever you guys want me to react to and talk about. Since we're giving you good content, we're just gonna give you all around the board content, man. Whatever you guys want. You guys want me to watch me drink a Sprite bottle? I'll drink that and react to it, man. Whatever you want. Whatever the people want, what the people get. So, R&R Reacts. Tune in. It's coming real soon.
I got you. Nah, for a fact, man. So once again, I want to thank anybody and everybody for tuning in. Thank you. Have a wonderful Sunday, or if it is Monday on your guys, or just whenever you guys are watching it. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, this is Cash Sports Podcast. Peace. Have a wonderful day.